Rule number 118 says that friendships started at camp can be separated by miles and months and never lose any of their strength. The unknown author of these rules is correct. Nearly 137.4 miles and roughly 18 months is how far and how long ago I met Janae. We met at camp all those months ago when we first worked together on West Side. We spent a week together, and during that time, we definitely became very close friends. After we left camp, we emailed, not every day, but probably once a week. She lives in Fairview, Michigan, and I live here in Ithaca, so it's not like whenever we missed each other's laughing, we could just visit each other, or even just hear the other person's voice. But something happened during the last year. We started texting just as much as we were calling or emailing, and some days it was even more. Our conversations grew more serious, and I started to really learn who my friend was. Through our conversations, she showed me that she's encouraging, she has a sense of humor, and she's honest. Janae is one of the biggest influences in my life because she has taught me to forego the typical teenage stereotypes and live my life as I see it fit. The first day she met me, her first words were, "Don't worry, it'll be a ton of fun." She was encouraging me then, just like she still encourages me now. She encourages me spiritually and in sports or school. When the days come crashing down on me and I face an issue that I don't know how to deal with, she gently reminds me that God is on my side and that it's going to be okay, even if we don't understand how. It also happens when I question faith or morality in a job field. She doesn't know the answer, but she says she will help me pray because we don't know how else to do it. Neither of us are the most experienced Christians, but what we learn from each other helps us grow, not only in our faith, but how we deal with issues. This year is my first year in a full season of sport, and my body hurt from pushing it every day. She also, at the same time, was dealing with some really big team conflict. So every day when we would come home from practice, we would talk about first how sore we were, and then we would talk about how we could change the things that bothered us and what we were doing. Not only does she encourage me, but the days that she makes me laugh, even unintentionally, are my favorites. If you've ever heard a band kid say, "that one time at band camp," then you know what it's like when she or I says, "Do you remember that one time at camp?" We do this all the time, and our favorite is when we talk about the picture that we took all those months ago when we first met at camp. We were waiting for chapel to start, and we decided we wanted to have our picture taken together so we could remember what each other looked like if we didn't see each other. We stood next to each other, looking directly at each other. We put our hands on our face like this, and then we looked lovingly into each other's eyes. We ended up laughing, and neither of us remember what we thought was funny, but we can tell that we had a good time in that picture. We also send things over Pinterest that make each other laugh. Our favorites have to do with camp or just quotes about life. Our quotes include things like, if you're screwing up your life because you're a perfectionist with major anxiety who procrastinates and spends way too much on the internet, you should clap your hands. Or, I miss you like an idiot misses the point. These things seem really cheesy, but when I read them, they also seem really profound. Maybe this is just because I read them at 6 o'clock after my brain is fried from school, but I don't know. She knows how to make a rainy day turn bright and sunny and always make someone laugh. I love her humor, but every time I talk to her, I am amazed that her honesty in the way she lives her life makes her life goals completely transparent to the world around her. Janae Lynn Troyer is the most honest person I know. Once when we were talking, she said that she wanted to go into stateside ministry of some sort because of the way that camp had impacted her life. She said that she had planned on going to college, of course, but she was doing it for all the wrong reasons. She said because as a smart girl, she was going to college because that was what it was expected of her. She said that that was the wrong reason, and then she's now going to a Bible discipleship training. But beyond that, she doesn't know. She's letting God lead her life, and she's really hoping she ends up in a camp ministry, but she's game for anything. She is innocent, but she is not naive. She has a moral standard that she has set for herself and has followed for years. She's always sincere. She pushes herself to always give 200%, even when she doesn't necessarily want to or the task at hand is really hard. Janae is one of the biggest influences around me because she has taught me to forgo the typical teenage stereotypes and live my life as I see fit. She encourages me in sports and spiritually. She makes me laugh when she sends pictures or quotes over Pinterest, and to top it off, she lives her life as one of the honest people I know, and I have a great role model to look up to. She pushes me to do my best, giving everything I have to anything I do. And more importantly, she has taught me to never give up and to always push through it. I'm convinced that I continue to grow stronger in my faith and be an all-around better person because of her. Some days the distance between us is hard to conquer, but as someone once said, distance means so little when someone means so much.